Just breathe. Ah, ah, yes, 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 yes. Yes, welcome and good evening, or wherever time frame you are. This is the Chaos Rain Show. I am Chaos Rain here, as always. Um, Today we could say it's controversial, but nonetheless, we can have this conversation. But before I go into the video and the discussion at hand, make sure you hit the like button, the share button, and subscribe to the Chaos Rain Show. The links to follow me are the following. You can follow me on Twitter at Chaos Rain 7. You can also add me as a friend on Facebook, Eric Rain on Facebook. And you can also join the Discord service of the Chaos Rain Show as well. And what else I'm trying to remember? Oh, and please join my Rumble page, or follow me on Rumble, for lack of better words. As you know, I actually started to get some subs on Rumble miraculously. And normally with the problem Rumble, a lot of people don't know, is that Rumble is one of them places that it is small and there's either some traction or very little traction, but it's still a nice little place for content in general. But a lot of people never utilize Rumble because they think it's not as big as YouTube. We know they don't want to talk about. And one thing is evident. The elephant in the room. One thing is evident. I'm just checking my notification, guys, so don't mind me. Is that there is a community on Rumble, and don't sleep on Rumble. I remember the old man said about Rumble, especially, that it was very much an important platform for content creators to express themselves more freely. But like anything, it does have a shelf life. Is it permanent? That it's going to always be the case? I can't say. But I'll tell you one thing. I will bank my time and energy on Rumble than anything else. But anyway, y'all can find me on Rumble, CRain23 on Rumble as well. Also, I said join Discord service as well of the Chaos Rain Show, and become a member of the Chaos Rain Show as well. 2 tiers membership. You pick which one. Put more content membership, and also maybe live streams depending on how many members I get on there. I mean, I will make a goal if I can get 100 people join the membership, and you could pick either tier. If it's a ratio between 50 on one tier or 50 on the tier, or generally more on one side, I will still do the live streams on the members only to be more freely. But that only it's going to apply when I have a little more memberships. I don't have much right now, but I have a few, so it's a start. Than it was when I first started this channel back in January the 3rd or the 6th of 2019. I'm 5 years into this, and now to let people know, this has been now officially a year. Around a few days ago, and it was 11th or 9th of May when I officially got monetized here on YouTube, especially. So yay to me in some way. Oh, please, as you guys watch the video, please hit the like button. Likes are free. Monetization, when I look at it now, depending on who you are as a content creator, it has this. Oh, what's good, bro? It has this purpose. It does give money to the channel, to myself, and maybe any other endeavors, because I do like doing this content. A lot of people don't understand content creating is not just a business, but it's work. And to constantly be on here certain days a week, night in or night out, or even early parts of the daytime, doing the content that will either inform, entertain, or just flat out born people, is here for a reason. And like me as a content creator, I fall victim to the lot of schisms and the struggles of doing this. Do I like it? No. Do I embrace it? Absolutely not. But it's necessary and needs to be done at the end of the day. So let me write this down. Make sure. Hold on, everybody. I gotta inform people right now. Make sure. Oh, what the hell? All right, sorry guys, I did something wrong. All right. All right. So now, no further ado, let's get to the topic at hand. Y'all know the subject, you know the title. Does Kevin Samuels, or the good Godfather himself, believes in forgiving other men? Now, why I came across this subject matter that was layering in my mind, because I've noticed Kevin did a stream roughly now 2 years ago in regards to how men handle other men in the public eye, in regards to how can I say, making money. And most entertainers today chose violence to either amuse their spouse, or just in general they just don't like the person, or just anything they do in regards to other men. There's a certain bad rep when it comes to us black folks, especially black men. And shout out to Mary Brown, because he did a great show. I appreciate what he did tonight. The issue we have is, as men, we don't really come to grips and understand that we do have a problem with violence. And not only we have violence amongst each other, but amongst others in general. And we could say more so this could be a black male thing, or we could say this is non-black male thing. But in general, violence today is part of the human experience, is one of the human experience that we don't like to be, as a species, be comfortable to talk about, because we only deal with our own ish back door or backyard. And we think that this violence, that it should not be no violence, or there should be somewhere people live in a utopia life. I don't believe in that. I don't think most men that have common sense or intelligence don't believe in no utopia. Only thing I believe is law and order and regulations to man's behavior. And when man brings order, everybody else follows. The reason why black people move the way they do, black men and black women in general, because we live in a state of chaos, disorder, and we expect others, especially non-black people, to restore the order in which they create the chaos that we live in. Let that sink in. So, before I begin, like always, make sure, matter of fact, I got some better for y'all. You know what it is, guys.
I want my money.
I told you.
Where is my money?
Betty, bring me everyone.
I need my money. I need my money.
What do you mean everyone?
Everyone!
You know the deal. Y'all know the deal. Y'all know the deal. Y'all know the deal. Make sure you hit the super chat or cash app. $sign. What's the $sign? Chaos 8 Rain. Yes. Hit the super chat, or hold on. Now put it here in the chat room too. Or there you go. So now let's begin. Let us begin. Let us begin. Let us begin. And let me do this. Let me put that here. And you know, if y'all want to conversate, you know, to hit the subscribe button. So now let's hear the conversation at hand. Gonna switch tables.
Shout out to my dude Chris Rock.
Oh, and one other thing I forgot to tell you, we do have, normally we set goals here. The goal, like always, is to try to hit $50 for every stream here. No greater or over for the channel and everything else, we can reach that goal, and we will attain this goal with your help. Let's keep that in mind. So let's go into this. Fair use.
He rocked the blue one, the blue electric. And tonight I started to do the blue, but I decided to do the green electric velvet. So yeah. People, you have 45 seconds, and I will wait before calls.
All right.
That
So let me fast forward this. All right.
let's do this.
Get to the start.
I found one person that encapsulates everything I want to be heard in one person. One person said it better than anybody else, I think, and we're going to let her have.
Now, what he's going to do is he's going to play a clip in regards to the thing that happened with Will and Chris by one particular woman and our views about the actions of men taken on towards other black men, not just other groups, but black men in general.
It was a great night tonight.
Okay, what did
First of all, I seen a man stand up for his wife, which we don't see that much anymore.
That's right, ladies and gentlemen, none other than Tiffany Haddish.
And you know, like I said before, man, I don't like it when I see black women with blonde hair. It's very unattractive. Very unattractive indeed. I hate it with a passion. Fair use, fair use.
For those, she starred in a movie with Jada. It was called Girls Trip or something or other. And, you know, she's been out here for a while doing her thing. And a reporter asked her if she was wearing a costume, and that was kind of funny. It wasn't a costume, it was a dress. But here we go. I think this one person encapsulated what so many, I've heard a lot of women say tonight.
That made me.
I hope he's not really joking that is an 8. That looked more like a 5 at best. But I digress.
It was a great night tonight.
Okay, what did you?
First of all, I seen a man stand up for his wife, which we don't see that much anymore. That made me have hope. How about you? How did you feel about it?
I wanted your opinion on it because you're a comedian, and so it was that thing where, like, was that joke too far? How did you?
You don't see that the Caucasian woman, or they call it the Becky, doesn't take fun of another man. What they consider actually is like a assaulting another man on live camera, on live television. Yeah, you know why they don't really think and operate it? Because they don't have a certain. Well, let me draw back. Most women in America generally do have the same hate for men. A good portion of them, not just black women, any woman generally. But in the sake of conversation, because these are public figures and well-established public figures, Chris and Will, the one that was asked the question is more really in regards given the question that answered the question, because she knows, you know, she can't really say that was anything of a good look. But let's keep listening. And this was the problem with a lot of people that's being interviewed on stage or anything. You don't ask questions. They ask you a question, you answer the question. Now, if during the end of it, maybe you can ask some questions, but really the reporters here trying to know more what's on your mind, not from their perspective. Keep that in mind. Fair use, fair use.
Feel about what Will did, because you are someone who's done comedy, and yet, like you just said, you saw a man defending his wife.
Yeah. I want to know how you felt about it. Would you want your husband to do that for you if you was clearly hurt? I mean, they put her face up on the screen. He looked over at his wife. She was hurt. What would you want?
I would want him to defend me. The thing that made me sad was, like, this was a big night for Will, and then you saw that emotion for him, and it was like, God, it's just, I don't think I've still processed how this night went, you know?
Well, I just know she better take care of business when they get home. Because I know I would. If my man did that for me, I'm just saying. Yellow.
Did you talk to either of them tonight?
Yeah, I did.
Okay. Did you tell them how you felt?
Oh, they know how I feel.
Yes. Okay.
Oh, they know how I feel. That's my friends. They know.
Well, you go way back with them to some of the.
It's a girls' trip.
Yes.
Yeah. They know my crazy. You know. Yeah.
Well, it was incredible to watch Will up there, T1. How did you feel watching him give that speech?
And mind you, that movie she did, Girls Trip, that came out now 7 years ago, I believe. Yeah, 7 years ago. That was the only role she qualifies. And trust me, there's nothing really break out of her ever since. I see you, Sir Hell Speaks podcast. I hope everything's well, brother. I hope you're doing well. You know, I'm not sure if you're doing other ventures, but if you are, big up to you. One thing, Sir Hell, since you're in the chat room, are you familiar with Rumble, Sir Hell? I'm just curious. All right, let me keep going. Fair use.
I felt very proud. I felt gratified. And I just hope that more men are like that. Care about their families. Now, it's not just about you, right? It's not just about you, sir. It's about your family, the people you create, the people that help you be who you are. That's important. That's what I think America forgot about.
Oh, and I see you wrote, Sir Hell, that you do familiar with Rumble. Yeah, I'm not sure if you took a break from YouTube altogether, and I know you have your own website, which is much better. But I'm hoping that you still post content from your IG and give Rumble a shot, Sir Hell, because the old man's on Rumble now, and he's actually doing pretty well on Rumble. I have some content on Rumble as well, Sir Hell. I will highly advise create Rumble account because I think there. With what you do, I guarantee, brother, you're going to flourish. Trust me. Just a little side note. Fair use.
What do you say to people who are critiquing him online right now?
Oh, and as I'm doing that, I'm going to post the links where people can find me, including Rumble. I'll post so you can see what Rumble is, Sir Hell. Fair use.
Yeah, what you doing for your family? Who you protect?
Okay, by the way, what can we expect from the book? Because we all want to read it.
That's how they're trying to spin this bullshit. As Will Smith jumps up to defend his wife and his family. Gentlemen, make no mistake. We have entered dark territory, especially amongst black men. Gentlemen, that's what they expect of us. That's what they expect. They expect you. They expect me to run to jump up with a battery in our back with no thought and just throw away a life of work. I am going to sit back and plenty of people have said what they got to say. You've heard all the jokes, and I don't have any new material to add on this one. Like you said, they're public figures. And for so many so many women, black women, to be rushing to defend violence, these are the same people who would sit back and tell you that domestic violence is wrong. I mean, the hypocrisy knows no bounds. And to spin it as though this man came to the defense of his wife's honor. Wife's honor? Let's get into this, people. We have been drug into the Smith family.
Oh, and one other thing I want to say, as we go through this, make sure you guys hit the like button, share the stream. What's this? Do you see the video process? Oh, I already answered this question. Right? Let me go back. And also, I would like to see y'all leave feedbacks after every video in the comment section. I don't know what's asking the same question. Yeah, if you do, I appreciate it. Like the man said, it's out of order. Out of line and out of order. Now, we all know that during this time, Will Smith just now won an actual Oscar, and he's been in the business now, especially doing movies for the past, if my math is right, maybe almost 31 years or 29 years at the time to win one. And you know, he came out and did that and still won the award. So actually, when people look at his night, it was actually tarnished that night when he took his hand and slapped Chris Rock. Now, a lot of people have said it might have been set up or some other things. Oh, I think I know what's going on. Okay, I'll handle that later. I'm not gonna look at that right now. I'm doing something. So I look at that as and let me see. Oh, what's good, Shatter? I look at that that no other entertainer will do that in front of the public. Now, as I'm letting this go run on, a lot of people chime in on this when this happened. And a lot of people got their attention and views on this. I might have covered it years ago, but I'm going back to this point for a bigger issue. And the purpose, like anything, if you follow me, is we talk about forgiveness. And in my opinion, I think most black men today don't really forgive other black men for a reason. But there's reason for that, you know. So I'm gonna let this continue play on, and we'll go and see more into this. Fair use.
Family debacle for the past 3 years. None of us asked to be here. None of us asked Jada Pinkett Smith to go make Red Table Talk and start discussing the intimate details of her family and such and so forth. You know, and Will, you ain't escaping from this free either, my friend. Will Smith don't have to cuss to sell on his records, but I do. You chose your image. You chose to marry a woman, Jada Pinkett Smith, who everyone knew, and you even knew she was still in love with Tupac. You chose that. And what y'all choose to do in your own personal private life is one thing. But I find it funny how so many people are trying to frame this as a man standing up for his family. What about Chris Rock's motherfucking family? What about Chris Rock's people? What about Chris Rock's kids? Why does Chris Rock get to get punched or slapped on international television and that's okay? Why? Because he's a black man. And like I've always said, gentlemen, make no mistake about it. Like it or not, the one person you could not have done that to would have been a black woman, but you can do it to a black man, and you got black women and black men co-signing this. Black men, I want you to be clear. If you are running out defending this bullshit, you need your head checked.
But it's bigger than a black man needs his head checked. It goes to the fact, do we have the capacity to forgive other black men? Because it was bad when that happened. And really, I heard talk to his wife and defend honor, yada yada. And everybody knows that everybody had Jada, if you know what I mean. They had her. Like literally. And image does matter. As much times we as men, we think we're going to avoid the image portion of black men, it does matter. Now, with the internet today, enough black men, what they're trying to do is try to not expunge, but try to push back the propaganda of the image of the black man through the media, per se. And really, why this is considered either effective or ineffective? Well, really, it's really effective because one thing that's known for black folks, we sure reciprocate and see ourselves through images. Like literally, we see how we operate and behave through the images. What is a black man? What is a black woman? We push the image constantly, not only with social media, but also with visual media like the YouTubes and other platforms for whatever reason. And normally the reason why we do this is because we really do it for attention. Let's keep real. But really, we don't see any proper values amongst ourselves, especially as Black men. Think about this, gentlemen. If we don't respect each other, then by default, we cannot like or love one another respectfully. And we can't like, love, respectfully. We don't see, mathematically, we will do even more but harm each other. We were not born out this womb to really harm each other. We're here for a purpose, hopefully. And hopefully we fulfill the purpose. And here's the funny thing. There were men did podcasts, did videos that were rooting on and were condoning this behavior. Now, the ones that probably might have been married. And some of this did because they want to be favorite to the ladies, because ladies will give them the eyeballs attention, not money. Let's keep real, because women not pay. These women don't pay for crap. They'll sure as hell will pay if you're really doubting and down the Black man. Because let's be honest, a lot of women today, I'm gonna be sorry to say this, guys, a lot of them are beyond misandrous. They're just sick in the goddamn head. Me coming on the internet, I never know so much sick women until I came across certain areas of social media and YouTube. Now, in my real life, I could probably find maybe one or two if I find that it's crazy and sick. But it's definitely true when you come across the internet, you find a lot of sick chicks. Like literally sick in the head. They up here, and normally sickness only arises when you don't look and deal with and find actual goddamn help. Mentally, spiritually, and maybe might need some medication if needed. And I think some ladies, I can see why a lot of them are on medication. But I'm not gonna keep ranting. Let's keep going. I'm gonna read your comment, Shatter. Kevin was absolutely right, because I saw other men say he is defending her. But how do you slap your friend in front of the world and defend your disrespect wife? Yeah. All right, let's keep playing.
Pounding your chest, jumping out of the window, defending this Captain Save 'em kind of stuff ain't gonna get you any brownie points.
Nope.
Not gonna get you any brownie points. Not gonna get you anything. First of all, let's talk about some high level stuff. The Academy has a code of conduct. A code of conduct, things you should and should not be able to do. When you go to these award ceremonies, they even have people sitting in the on deck circle just for when the celebrities and stuff go to the bathroom for seat fillers, like extras on the set. And when these people are there, they have to abide by certain rules. There's a story of a woman who was a seat filler. And she was asked by a celebrity, hey, you ever hold an Oscar? No. You want to hold one? Yeah. And the woman took her picture of her holding the Oscar. She posted it on Instagram. They removed her from the Oscars. So let me get this right. If you are caught holding an Oscar and as a seat filler, you can be kicked out. But you got all of mother flipping security watched Will Smith march up to the stage. What did they think he was going to do? Hug Chris Rock? Yell at him? Chris Rock didn't know what was going on because the joke wasn't bad. And the assumption, and let's get this whole disease. She's got a disease. This woman doesn't have pancreatic cancer. Her life is not in jeopardy. It is alopecia. Men have it too. When they lose their beard, when they lose their splotchy hair. It is not so traumatic that She is to be handled with kid gloves. And let's remember, Will Smith threw his head back laughing, ha 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 ha, until he looked over at Jada Pinkett Smith, and then automatically, boom. You know what happened? You know what happened?
Yeah, we know what happened. We know what happened, and I hope he doesn't play it because I am not. I saw that video so many times. I covered this, man. It's not nice to see personally. Yeah. And one other thing I do want to say is the alopecia thing. And I think men go for their stage of baldness too. I don't know if it's the same. If anybody's in the chat room, if you could name what it is called when men start to lose their hair in their head, but it's not the end of the world. And usually that's something that someone's doing that causes that, because not everybody just loses hair automatically. There's always something we doing with our bodies, our mind, and how we keep our health. We cause the normal illness that can be easily reversed. But we don't look in. And here's the funny thing, because I don't want to go into the health aspects, but I'm going to go there. The internet is your friend, people. We do not look at steps or any precautions to take if we have problems. Normally, we go to a doctor and they give us a scenario, and then usually you're supposed to go to a secondhand if you can. But normally, you should probably start seeking what is causing majority of any illness I face. We don't do that. We don't do that. We accept the disease. We accept our fate because we feel there's no options. What they call? Okay, male pattern baldness. Thank you. That's what's called. I think I know some people that had male pattern baldness. Now I think about it. Who are us? There was some intense. I can't name off the head, but there are some men that suffer that too. And it ain't no big deal when a man doesn't have hair, because let's be honest. I said this before and I say this again. If you're a man and you're experiencing baldness in your head or general, you know what time it is? It's time to take them clippers and be the best milk dud in the world. Be the best milk dud in the world. Sorry, and a lot of women got mad at me when I said this, or was it a dude that said it? One person stupidly said they got mad at me when I say you should start, if you experience baldness, you shave your head. I think I have some people in my family experience that. You know what they do? Shave their head off, man. Just shave it off and keep it moving. It's not hard. It's not the end of the world. All right, let's keep going.
Execute Order 66. That is exactly what happened. Enter battery into back, enter self-destruction mode, black man. Will Smith jumped up and executed Order 56. He went up there on the night to where everyone knew he was going to win. And what did he do? What did he do? Made a fool out of himself. Made a fool out of himself. Made everyone in the audience feel uncomfortable.
Yep.
To where people are sitting back consoling him. Oh, poor Will. Poor Will. Man, screw Will Smith in this regard, man. Why y'all patting Will on the back? Tyler and Denzel, why didn't y'all go talk to Chris Rock and say, that's disgusting what happened to you? Security didn't do their job. Even if they let the incident happen. And this is why I tell you, gentlemen, y'all better learn how.
Execute Order 66.
This is why I tell you guys, gentlemen, this is why I tell you, learn martial arts. Couldn't have been me. Couldn't have been me. I support Shannon Sharp on this. Will Smith, I will tell you right now, you trained to be Muhammad Ali. I'd have tested your chin. Because when that man is coming towards you, he's not coming for friendly things. And I know Chris Rock has a contract to sign and this and that and all the business, but I am sorry. I am sorry. There is something that's called a reaction. I wouldn't have just, whether I would have jumping into a fight, maybe not, but I wouldn't let him hit me. You can evade that. step 45-degree angles in when when he read back, all you gotta do is step 45-degree angle in or slide with it, hook over. There's all kind of things, but I would not have just ate a full face slap. If somebody used to be a bouncer at a nightclub, I tell you, there's ways to avoid contact without having to initiate, but French toast that. Not on international TV, because look, when Will Smith did what he did, there is no win. One man dominates another. No, man. Let's keep it moving. Gentlemen, learn how to defend yourself. Because there's only a few things that are worse than to slap a man, especially a black man. The only other thing is to spit on him.
And here's this. And let's be honest. We can talk about the violence that black men face with other black men. And the worst thing any man could do in general, since we're going there, is to take your nasty mouth and spit your germs, your infested germ tongue with saliva that we don't know where God's green where it's been into another man's face. Now, I've seen videos of people, mostly you see women do this mostly. They spit in other women's face. Disgusting. And I will tell any person, don't let no person spit on your face. Never, ever let them do that to you. Ever in your life. For a person to go as far as to spit in your face is a declaration of World War III, not World War I or II, World War III. And you know what I mean by World War III. That's when the big bombs have to come to play. You feel me? So, no disrespect. No one should really deal with any form of disrespect like that. I mean, and like I said, there were very much a lot of angles of that slap. Some said that he probably had some in his face, so might assume that he got hit, but we'll never know. We'll never know. Anyway, let's keep going.
Security saw this happen, and Will Smith was allowed to go sit back in his chair. No security came. No one said a mumbling word to him. Then he was allowed to drop not one, but 2 F-bombs. That's an FCC violation. They didn't cut to commercial. They didn't do anything because, hey, it's just a black man. It's just a black man getting slapped on international TV. It's just a black man being slapped in front of the world. It's just Chris Rock. It's just Pookie. It ain't no big deal. Ha, 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 ha. It's just Chris Rock. Man, fuck that. It is more than that. Our image was attacked last night. And Will Smith, you did this. And you did it, and it wasn't even, and my thing is, even if you side with the fact that he attacked, it wasn't his first mind. He reacted to how his wife looked. Insert the battery in back.
Execute Order 66.
And this is why we are the joke of so many people, because look, if Will Smith's initial reaction would have been to check Chris Rock, I may be able to rock with that one. But only when Big Mama get upset, then you got to fly into action. And everybody, that's why I say, don't question Big Mama. Don't question Big Mama. Here we got it. So now what ends up happening? He drops 2 F-bombs. Assault a man on TV. Then he has the nerve to come up there and offer some bullshit apology, talking about I am being called by God to do X, Y, and Z. Oh, so Chris Rock ain't protected by God?
God damn it! You can't make this shit up! God damn it! You can't make this shit up!
They said only God could judge me. No, we judge you that day when that happened. F what you heard, we do judge you. And here's the funny thing about it. And I wasn't surprised. That apology was pretty weak. But like I said before, they did punish him that night. Said that he won't be attending there for a whole decade or so. He probably won't win much awards either. But that's fine because most Oscar winning actors, they only roughly in their lifetime they're lucky to win more than one Oscar, roughly 2. Most of them, once you win 1, that's pretty much a wrap. He got his now. You're not gonna see no other Oscar after that. I only can name a few black male or black men actors that win multiple Oscars. Some of them were nominated by multiple Oscars, but very few win more than one. And I'm not gonna waste my time Google how many black actors in general win Oscars more than one. I'm not gonna do that because we know, hell, back in 2001, Denzel Washington won an Oscar on Training Day. Or was it 2002? No, I think it's 2001. 2001, yeah. And that was when Will did this. That was roughly 21 years ago. And now, as you could tell, Will won it a whole generation later. But the point is this. He did it. He knew what he was doing. And he tried to be emotional while he did it. And no one's saying that because of this act of war, I don't see other men, maybe some men in their business might forgive you, other black men, but generally, men in general, when you do something like that, they're not in the mood or in such of the realm of forgiveness. So, in regards what Kevin's views of forgiveness, what y'all think? Let's keep listening.
Have a family. This bullshit virtue signaling. You want to protect your family? You know where you need to start with. That red table talk and all the stuff that's out here. The edge you're on ain't got nothing to do with Chris Rock or us. He apologized and actually tried to frame it as it was some virtuous moment where he was emulating Richard Williams, how he bullshit, man. I was so disgusted because, yeah, why does this matter? Because I'm a black man and we have one ethnic image, and you got two of the wealthiest, most notable black men in the world, arguably in American history, reduced to a bullshit fight at a club. Disgusting. And then you got people sitting back co-signing this mess. I saw a man standing up for his wife. The bottom line is it was supposed to be Will Smith's night, but just what we have shown far too many times, it is damn near impossible for a black man to have something of his own. Barack Obama was the president. He shared the spotlight with Michelle. Will Smith has had to share his spotlight with his wife, and it's never been good enough. And instead of taking care of business on the therapist's couch, and instead of taking care of business and doing what he needs to do, he decides to take it out on another black man. This is why I tell you, black men, we are always got you. This is why code is so important between men. This is why I don't beef. Because once it starts, it never stops. And we are so quick to respect each other by not getting into this shit in the first place. For the men who always claim they want to be the most respected are some of the most disrespectful motherfuckers on the planet. That's
facts. And I always keep an eye out now, after listening to this, the ones that always constantly ask for respect, personally now, with that remark that Kevin just said. And here's the deepest thing about it. I'm not the proponent, and I've been following this same philosophy before even Kevin came up with this about beef. It's beyond that it's bad for business, but once we men generally, we can speak for ourselves. Once we initiate a form of beef, it never really actually ends. Now, as you know, Kendrick and Drake, and if y'all will check my latest video, it's on my channel. Check it out. You know where it is. Chaos Rain Show. It's on the, upload version of my channel. Check it out and leave a comment, likes, comment, subscribe to. I talk about my views about their battle, respectfully. But we all know what it goes when it comes to black men. Once you start initiating any form of beef, it really does not really end. And sometimes it does not end well when it comes to men. It takes a while for a man to stop with the beef. And matter of fact, some men maybe never will stop beefing, personally. But overall, you cannot forgive someone once you start something, because it takes another, how you could say it? It takes a sense of integrity. I don't know if that's the right word to use, but let's go there. To really resolve the issue and just brush off like it's nothing. It takes a lot of that for a certain man to really come to grips with himself, to not let this push or pull any further. But let's keep going. Let's keep listening.
Right, I said it. This is street dirt, my code, and this and that. Some of the most disrespectful people, because you cannot let one man stay in his lane and do what he has to do. Chris Rock is a comedian. Jada Pinkett Smith is a public figure, whether we like it or not. And when you are on the front 5 or 6 rows and a comedian's up there, you are fair game. It was a punk move on all accounts. This man is stature is bigger, stronger, and Chris Rock, thank you, my friend, because even though I like to believe I would have handled it different, I don't believe you expected this man was going to come up to you and disrespect you and assault you for the entire world to see. I hope it comes out that he's on drugs or something, that something's wrong, because there is no way that was supposed to ever happen. But yeah, it does. It happens when you become a simp. Y'all can say people can say what they want about men's lifestyle content, men's content spaces, but this is one of the uncomfortable possible outcomes from men becoming so emasculated, so entangled to where they just pop. What do y'all want men to do? Oh, Will Smith was supposed to just let Jada run wild and say what she want to do, what she want. Well, you can't control nobody in this world, but Will, Chris Rock is not your problem. Chris Rock wasn't in your house entangling with your wife. Chris Rock ain't on the red table talk. And none of us deserve to listen to any more of y'all's bullshit. I think I speak for a lot of black people. We are tired of hearing the Smith family bullshit. Save us all the trouble of your family bullshit. It's not helping anybody. And to say this has done something for a black man defending a black, no, it's tarnished the black male image. If anything, where's the win for black men in this?
There is no win. There's only winners and actual losers. And displays the fact that you see why certain black men, or just black men during, it's very hard for us to deal with forgiveness or forgive other men. And the sheer notion that embarrassment is the biggest form, and I think the biggest form of sin a man could ever face. Embarrassment by other men, close men. Second to that, to his wife, embarrass him. The most biggest embarrassment is when other men disrespect you in a way in front of others. The highest form of disrespect. Let that sink in. Let's keep going.
And that's what you guys better understand. You need to understand that the way you win is through respect of other men. True power is not in what you do, it's in what you don't do. Like it or not, when you choose to become a public figure, you're going to have to eat a lot of shit. And you don't get to just blow up on the public stage, on international TV, and then it's all okay because you're Will Smith. Absolutely not. It's one thing if it had been your own event, but you assaulted Chris Rock. We're not talking about a peon here. We're talking about a megastar.
Oh, and one other thing I forgot, like always.
My money.
I told you.
Where is my money?
Benny. Bring me everyone.
I need my money. I need my money.
What do you mean everyone?
Make sure you guys hit the like button, and also please support the channel. Hit the super chat or Cash App. Support the channel. Support the channel. Support the channel. I surely do appreciate it. Let's continue on. Fair use. Fair use.
With a large battery of work and somebody to be respected. But you did something to the one man you could do something to. Because you can't, man, anyway. Anyway. This is why I say black men in general, black men in particular, therapy is so important. Therapy. Deal with your mama issues, because I said it Friday in that closing monologue, the level of abuse that goes on in the black community, that goes untalked about at the hands of far too many women that are mothers. We put all this burden on the men, all this burden on the fathers, but since the 90s, Shahrazad Ali we've been talking about this. Iyanla Vanzant come 180 from the time when she was the Yoruba priestess on Donahue, checking Miss Sister Ali to saying, black women, you're out of order. Because you get paid to be out of order. If Jada was that sensitive about the subject, then why come out? Oh, you saying she shouldn't come out of the house? I didn't say that. But if you're out, you're out. Things can be said about anybody. Again, this woman is not suffering from stage 4 pancreatic cancer. There is nothing that you can say that would justify what Will Smith did or the reason behind it. Nothing. Far better if he really wanted to handle it, you do what a man's supposed to do. He says something, y'all know how this works. Step to the right, step to the left. When they leave off stage for a break, hey, Chris, Let me talk to you. Did you know and ask him to explain what he means. Did you know my wife has an autoimmune disease, suffering from an autoimmune condition, alopecia? You don't even know if that man knew that. And when I hear Oprah Winfrey's road dog, Gayle King, saying, I know Chris Rock. He's not a malicious man. I can't believe that he did it. I don't believe Chris Rock even knew that Jada Pinkett had alopecia. These people are a little bit different. Look at how the children adorn and express themselves. It's not uncommon for black women to cut their hair off.
Yeah, and not only that, there are some women that can rock the bald head. Not every woman can rock bald heads. Let's keep it real. Whether you're jet black or you even like brown complexion, or even go as far as light skin or red bone. Not every woman should shave off the head, for lack of better terms. I think a lot of them should keep their hair as is if they can. You know, if you could get it into a nice, decent afro, that would be good. Preferably if you could braid it or dread it, much better. But roughly, you know, black women that's cutting their hair, that's nothing new. You know, hell, some of them do it because they want to start over so they can have real hair. But you know, you can't tell people enough nowadays. Let's keep going. Fair use, fair use.
He could have stepped to that man, asked him, or in his acceptance speech, he could have done what he should have done. And if he really had an issue, highlight it then. But violence, look how hypocritical he looked. You want to tell Pookie and Ray Ray and the street people and this and that and that. No. That dog won't hunt. And that's part of the issue. When we sit around and try to talk about how this or that, it's always the hypocrisy. That's why I say I'm not perfect in any stretch of the imagination.
Oh, one other thing I did forgot to mention. If y'all notice, because Will's supposed to come up with a new movie, the one that the more popular, I think, Bad Boys. Some might, let's say, project it. It might either make or break his career moving forward. Personally, the what do you call it? Bad Boys. But we will not know because let's be fair, honest. When you do things like this, right? When you do something like this, right? It is career suicide. Like literally, this is career suicide, what he just did. And, you know, in his mind, he feels that what he did was nothing wrong and he thinks he can bounce back from this. Now, if anybody's watching the stream, let me know in the chat room. I mean, type your name or wherever you are, or even go as far as if you agree or disagree with this stream so far. And if y'all want me to open the lines up, let me know. Shoot something in the chat room. Let's keep going. Fair use, fair use.
But this is about black men. Whatever is going on with Will.
Oh, and if you want me to, if anybody supports the channel, either $5 or wherever dollars here, I will play the support video or the super chat video. I'm not going to tell what it was. You got put some money, coins into the Cash App or, you know, super chat to see what it is. Fair use, fair use.
You should never take it out on another black man. Why not step to the real problem, ladies and gentlemen, and let's get into it. You know what the real problem is? Far too many black men fear black women. You fear their disapproval. You fear being canceled. You fear Big Mama. You fear your mama. The queen energy in your mind. The only group of men that I can point to that move this way.
Boom.
Defending someone's honor is one thing, but let's talk about that. He was defending his wife's honor. He was defending his wife's honor. I can hear that. I can hear that. I can hear that. Defending your wife's honor, provided your wife is defending your honor with her image and her behavior.
Boom. What she was never doing. And she will never do that. She will never defend this. And let's be clear here. Let's be clear. And I did post on my community tab. And one thing I will say, what I've noticed with YouTube, I post enough crap on my community tab and I don't get no notification that is up there live and active that somebody either respond or let me know that it's in the algorithm. I only get notifications from my goddamn community tab when I post some that, like I did the other night, where I said I'm not doing a show tonight. All of a sudden, I got a notification from my YouTube of my posts. And it makes me think, it seems to me you're suppressing what the F I'm doing on here. Because why I'm saying I got a notification from my phone that the community post that I created that is active. Let that sink in. Just let that sink in. Let's keep going. Fair use.
See, it's my opinion that a wife should defend her husband's honor with the way she carries herself and the way she behaves and the way she communicates. She should carry herself in a way that a wife should, so that puts her above reproach or above the crowd to where she comes with a natural amount of immunity to the bullshit. So if anyone were to go against that or say something or do something, then it is without a shadow of a doubt that you need to defend that. But how do you defend the honor of someone who is, one is proactive and one is reactive? You want your man to defend your honor? Then, sister, you need to defend your man's honor with your words, your appearance, and your behavior at all times. We all witnessed the entanglement bullshit. How was Jada Pinkett Smith defending her husband's honor? Y'all don't want to go there, though. Y'all want black men to just take it and take it and take it and take it and take it. You want men to just take it and take it and take it and take it until what? Until what? Because this is what happened on the Oscars. Well, go down to your local county. Go down to your local prison. Look at the charges between, especially black on black. And I would bet a high percent of the time you find incidents between black men. It's not hard for me to believe that if you look at the source of it, at the root cause of it, it's usually some dispute over some woman. But that's on us.
And it begs the question on the docket: do Kevin Samuels believe in forgiving of other men? And it goes to show, and we never talk about the real violence. Are these violence that black men just hate each other just in spite of hate, or are they hate in regards to an ungrateful bitch? Or women that one dude is screwing? Because we gotta break down what really is causing the real violence in this community. That's hard for, let's say, a man to forgive other men. Now, I am more of the opponent that usually most violence today, and this is the reason why if you look at most ladies, I understand that the men still have some of you ladies on their head, right? You give them the good guac or the good cooch, or which with the bad cooch, whatever you want to call it. And all of a sudden, men get violent. Or you might have put the box on him a little bit, and then all of a sudden, he's willing to do anything on the palm of your hand. And to me, how I look at it, that is training. See, if you're an actual man that's getting in like that, and you're not been mommy led, or let's say you raised by mom, but you're able to break out of that some way when you're a teenager and going into your adulthood, you might not be so easy led by a young woman just throwing the box at you. But I'm the proponent that most of these violence out here in the communities, it would not surprise me that it's something that's woman related. Like literally these violence. Like literally violence. But you see, I can't have these conversations with women or just men in general, because we're not being honest and transparent. What really leads to black on black violence? And it goes beyond self-hatred. Self-hatred is one up on there of many cases, but we always got to put the fact that some men are just deleting other men because of some real talk, just for a chick. And that's, to me, it's very hard for any man to really forgive that. I'm just saying. But anyhow, let's keep listening. Fair use, fair use. And I really be honest with it.
Stop letting women put batteries in your back, gentlemen. Simping is dangerous. Look at what it just did to Will Smith. One of the biggest nights of his life ruined.
Forever.
Forever scarred. He will never be the same. You can't live this down. And then the fact that you didn't even have the balls enough to apologize to Chris Rock then. You waited almost 24 hours. The man chose not to press charges.
You should have.
Chose not to hit back. Chose to just let it go. And you and I both know Chris Rock could have done many of things. As Will Smith was walking off, he could have just said, damn, I'll feel that smack until August. Then what would Will have done? What would Will have done? Damn, I'm gonna feel that smack. I'm gonna feel that one until August. What's Will gonna do? He gonna run back up there and get another one? Keep my wife's name out your effing mouth. That's just like when a virulent racist calls you a ninja. That's your biggest bullet. You've dropped your biggest bullet. Walking up and slapping a man, and he ate the slap, and then yelling like a female from the audience. Big Willie style. Man, you should be disgusted with yourself. You should be disgusted with yourself that you allowed yourself to blow up over something that you laughed at.
Yeah, and that's what.
Again, if it would have been his own reaction, maybe. From ha 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 to, ooh, she's angry. Let me go up and slap a man. Do you know what?
Oh, one other thing, I have to do this. Make sure you guys hit the like button. Share the stream as well. Oh, Big Willie style? No, Shad, yeah. Let me see what's going on here in the chat room. Okay. Yeah, I see. Just looking at something right now. All right. Where is this? Oh, interesting. All right, let's keep going. Gotta check some.
Hollywood has been telling us for a long time how we should and should not act. And most of us don't live in their world. And this is a time for men in general, black men in particular, to draw a line in the sand and say no more. No more of this believe women at all. No more of this. Gentlemen, what is the agenda here? For men to destroy men? On behalf of whom? We're not talking about Mother Teresa here. What are we doing? Who do you build with when you fight with the very men? The clip of Chris Rock being on Fresh Prince of Bel-Air years ago, Chris Rock is who you work with. Chris Rock is who you build with. You don't beef with the men you build with. And you damn sure don't do it in public. You don't do it in public and you don't resort to violence. What you do is you don't fuck with each other anymore. That's what you do. But no, this is one lesson that black men can learn. Stop allowing your ego and trying to look big in front of women to make you blow up your stuff.
And another, I add on, stop impressing those that don't need to be oppressed. Matter of fact, this is one of the laws and one of the rules that I'm going to tell you right now. You ready? Since I didn't come up with a list of the chaos rules or the chaos reign orders or disorders. Rule number one of the chaos reign: never satisfy the unsatisfied. I repeat, rule number one: never satisfy the unsatisfied. Women generally are not built or designed to be satisfied. If they could, there'll be less complaints about most things that goes on in society that affects not only men but also affects them. Let that sink in. And also, you know, let's be honest. Since we know they can't be satisfied, and U.S. men are trying to please them, that's a I'm gonna leave that alone. Let's keep going. Various.
You really want to disdain somebody? Stop dealing with them. Stop acting like you say these women act. I mean, come on, guys. A lot of times, like, women do this and women do that, expose and this and that. Well, then, what the hell? And then I've heard someone saying, Jada should have said, no, Will, come back and sit your butt down. No. She couldn't have done that. Calling Will, he would have been emasculated anyway. We have all seen what has happened. And this is where I think it's incumbent upon the community. We need to start taking men's mental health, men's emotion, and men's state of mind into consideration. Stop demonizing men for not being, you have these whole movements of guys who are just out of the dating market, men who are average, who are locked out of mating and relationships. What do y'all think is going to happen when you keep pushing men and keep pushing men and keep pushing men? They're human too. Will Smith has resources and access. And hopefully this will be a time for him to take a step back and realize that, you know what? Maybe the issue is internal, whether it's inside my house, inside my head, but it ain't other people. Chris Rock, an apology, you owe him a hell of a lot more than that. So I thank you, Chris Rock. I thank you. It took a hell of a man to do what you did, man. And as a bouncer, I've had some shit happen to me that for the betterment of other people. I've talked about it. When I was a bouncer, I had somebody spit on me.
Nasty.
And I had to take it. Why? Because the other guy I was with, we would have gotten destroyed at a 5-1 fight. It was 2 against 5, and one of the guys was new. But at the end of the day, sometimes you got to take it, but that's the position I chose. If you choose to be a public figure, you choose to be out here, you take everything that comes with it. It ain't always pleasant. Trust me. But under no circumstances does that allow me to go get violent. You don't think I've seen shit. It's human nature, but no, because that's not manly. Let somebody get you to the point to where you snap in a moment of violence. Man, come on. You should have just left.
Oh, I forgot. I gotta do this. You know what time it is.
My money.
I told you.
Where is my money?
Vanny, bring me everyone.
I need my money. I need my money.
What do you mean everyone?
Hit the super chat, support the channel, guys. You know, also Cash App. You know, I think the Cash App scrolling on the screen is also pinned up in the chat room as well. Please support the channel. I will surely appreciate, you know, and mind you, going back a little way back into the chest a little bit with some of this, because you know, this conversation has to be had. You know, like literally, we had to really talk about this. As you know, there are some men that plotting to stab you in the back, like literally. And then once they stab you in the back, you're looking for forgiveness. But we all know that some men, generally, not all, but some, are not so eager to forgive others. And what Kevin's reiterating and the questions we asked, should man be forgiven? Or should we be forgiving other men? Fair use, fair use.
He owes Chris Rock an apology. A hell of a lot more than an apology. And I hope you get some help, Will. I hope this is also a message to other men. Don't become Will Smith. Do not get emasculated and disrespected and ground down by the woman you love or dealing with so much that you feel like you got to destroy yourself for this for this family. No, your job is to not die. No, that's why I played that Tiffany Haddish piece. No. Defend your family, yes. But your family also needs to defend you. You are not a resource to be eaten up and used and discarded by everybody in this world. Man, black man, you matter too. When you're on the red carpet, stop trying to look at her. No, it's your spotlight. Let her be your wife. I'm going to just say it. Black men, take your place. Stop trying to share the spotlight. It will breed contempt and disrespect in the long term. Hey, yeah, I'm here, but look at her. No, let her be her, you be you. Because that's how men move. We're the only group of men who feels like that we got to share our success with everybody else, dim our stars, make everybody else happy. But then when it comes right down to it, when you crack, you break, what are they? Oh, well, you know.
Because you're always a constant use and not a good way. Use and abuse. That's why men generally don't really, in my opinion, can't really, forgive other men. Once they find that their true colors or what they will plot to do against them or they have done already, it's hard to be forgiving once someone is in the business of destroying you or trying to attempt to destroy you. Either or, it's still not a good look. And have you noticed when they do destroy you, they miraculously have a nice smile on their face? Have you ever noticed that? They got a good smile on their face after they, destroy your life. Has anybody noticed that? Just saying. I'm just saying. Those be the dangerous ones. Keep that in mind. Those are the dangerous ones. But let's keep going. Fair use. And how much more time left in it? All right, there's only a few more video minutes and then it should be done. And as I'm doing this, I probably will drop the call link now. For those that will want to add on. But once this video done, that's it for today. All right, so let me run this more. Fair use.
And when you crack, you break, you tend to try to take out somebody. And what do? Proximity, take out somebody that looks like you. French toast, all that. But you know what? Maybe I don't know what I'm talking about. Maybe I'm completely off. Maybe I'm completely wrong. This is what I'm going to do. I'm going to open it up because I'm open to the fact that maybe, just maybe, y'all think, oh man, you on some bullshit on this one, Kevin. Will did the right thing by assaulting Chris Rock, a megastar, on international TV in defiance of the Academy and the code of conduct and the rules and everything else. Chris Rock should have been abused and assaulted because saying, I can't wait to see your wife in a new movie. I bet you if a movie came out starring G.I. Jane, she'd have been in it like a, man, please. Her career ain't been doing so well. Gentlemen, one thing that I've said, and I will say it again. I want to hear from the ladies on this one. Gentlemen, one of the things we have not learned, especially in the black community, is the ability to check our women. Check your chick. Check your chick. Why is this important? Wow. Well, plenty of women have come out and said, you know what? I like a man who can put me in my place. I like a man who can tell me to sit down somewhere. Because if you don't learn how and when, if you don't stand up to your woman, she's going to push you around.
Right. Oh, yeah. How many men, gentlemen, you know that they're sniffing at others, pushing them around? Don't lie now. Keep it real. Fair use. I
mean, this is a perfect test case. You can be an internationally beloved actor, musician, entertainer, and if you choose to get with a woman and choose to allow it to be emasculated, life can be a living hell. I know a lot of people want to sit around and blame Jada Pinkett Smith. Oh, and she has a fair amount of blame. Make no mistake, she does. She has a fair amount of blame. But at the end of the day, Will Smith still has his part to play in this as well.
Mm. You're right about that.
You want to talk to me? You got to get on camera.
All right. So I think that's it. Is that it? Might be. And you know, one thing I will do.
More than just an apology. There needs to be money. And a PR campaign about mental health, black male unity. Something needs to come out of this specifically for black men. Because you got to think about it. Chris Rock, what is he going to do? People think they can just, that's another thing. Comedians, I hope comedians go fully in on this.
They will. I think they did.
Comedians serve a valuable role in society. Look at some of the stuff Dave Chappelle has been able to accomplish that during this cancel culture. What are we telling the people? That if you don't like what somebody says, you can assault them? Man, that's bull crap.
Mm-hmm.
You're going to be the butt of this. Look up the Streisand effect, people. The Streisand effect. If you want to talk to me, I must see you on camera. The Streisand effect.
All right, one more time for the people in the back. Y'all know what it is.
I want my money.
I told you.
Where is my money?
Betty. Bring me everyone.
I need my money. I need my money.
What do you mean everyone?
Support the channel. Hit the Cash App, Super Chat. You know, if you find something intriguing about this, let's have the conversation. Forgiveness. Do you believe it's possible? You know. Let me keep going. And one thing, and I'm gonna give you my answer as this session almost concludes on my take on the forgiveness. If I didn't say it, I'll say it again. But yeah, they usually, and I'm not sure if this should be the norm for any black man generally, regardless where you are financially. I think forgiveness can be attained depending on what status you are, but usually the biggest form of anything, if we gotta go out the way of forgiveness part, you might have to pay out of your pocket to other black men to show how sincere you are about the embarrassment, in my opinion. So yeah, I would agree with Kevin. Usually in regards to Will status, he should pay. I'm not sure if he paid behind closed doors, but yeah, you got to pay for something. But let's wrap this up. This video, fair use.
Unmute yourself. It says iPhone. Hello. How old are you? All right. What do you got for me?
Wait, hold on.
Uh-huh.
Himself in a very bad situation.
All right. You know what I'm gonna stop it there because now it's cutting to the caller section of this. But you know, that's pretty much it. And I did put the call line if y'all want to come up now. Forever speak your piece. May help you God. Let me cut this off. Like I said before, in my conclusion to all this forgiveness part of, I think the Godfather does not believe that every man should be forgiving anybody. I don't believe in general forgiving most people if they had the capacity of stabbing back or doing something more heinous to you. If you're a man with other men, self-hatred in general, if we're going to talk about black men, is real. It's not escaping the black community anytime soon. I've read a few books on it. I think when it comes to us as people, we operate like we're white folks and we're normal. We're not. The Godfather does not, in my opinion, think that it is wise to forgive certain men for any acts in regards to saving a chick if she is not an honorable woman. And you, as a man, you should not be in the business forgiving pretty much very little men at all if they have the potential or they show signs that they could put harm on you in any form of fashion. That's my opinion. So I'm not really saying that forgiveness is possible, but really you should not be seeking forgiveness. If a man does something to you, I don't believe in it. I believe you need, move accordingly, and maybe if it's really bad, that heinous, create distance between you and the person that is a friend. So now, open lines. Hustle Muscle, you there?
I'm here. What's good, Chaos?
That's good. I'm not sure if you caught good. I mean, I would hope that you add on to this, but let's hear what you have to say on this.
Oh yeah. As far as that old Chris Rock situation, Chris Rock, Will Smith, that happened 2 years ago. For the record, Will Smith was in the wrong for smacking her. Yeah, and Jada's just as wrong for instigating the BS or whatever. Now, whether or not we should forgive him for that, well, that's a matter of opinion. Because most people saw a man defending his wife, because that's what men are supposed to do for their spouses, but everybody else just saw a belligerent woman who instigated something that didn't really need to go that far. The man made a joke, for goodness sake. That's all it was, a joke. And Will laughed at it too, but then he took it seriously when he saw that Jada wasn't feeling it. So no. Okay. I can forgive, but I can't forget that. I can't forget how some men can be some of the biggest simps out there in the world. I can forgive a man, but I can't. But I'm not going to forget this. And hopefully, other people, I may be able to forgive somebody, but I hope they don't forget this type of situation and learn from it. So maybe he should forgive, but he's not going to forget it.
Okay. So in your mind, men in general, and I don't know if you agree with the Godfather, but do you think or agree that it's even possible to forgive other men in general if they're shown proven evidence that they do this type of behaviors that could be detrimental to you in all aspects?
I may be able to forgive if they, I don't know, learn from their past mistake, but you're doing the same BS over and over again. No, I can't forgive you. Okay. Again, I'm not, even if I do forget, I won't forget it. I'll be waiting for the day you have a relapse and go back to your old ways. We must all forgive, but not everybody's going to forget. Not nobody should ever forget.
Okay. All right, good. All right. Excellent. All right, Shatter. You've been listening to the stream from head on, from the beginning to pretty much close to the end. What is your overall take about the subject at hand? And in regards to the Godfather, believe in forgiving other men, or just in general? Can a man forgive?
What I heard, what he was saying, I think it kind of resonated on the part of where I seen where Chris Rock in that moment, right? Because we all seen it, and like he said, the FCC let him cuss. They won. He got Denzel and them going over there thanking him and trying to tell him, hey, man, stop. It seemed like that, right? And he didn't thank him. We probably say, hey, man, stop doing that, man. We trying to tell him right. But like I heard what he said, where was the brothers going over there to Chris? Like, hey, hold up, man. You didn't get that Denzel going over to Chris moment. where was the security? And yeah, you know, you can't take it away from Chris Rock too, because you know, like he said, you got to step 45 degree. Man, you can't let nobody just run up on you. For his forgiveness on that, I don't know. You know what I'm saying? I don't know if I'd ever forgive on that, you know, for that, you know, but as far as like regular thing, I've seen just from that instance. And you know, people on the internet always got a you know, a opinion, you know, whether it's left or right or in the center of it. But I heard people who are in my day-to-day thing, you know, because once it get in the interwebs, you know, everybody got something to say about it. It's cooler talk, water cooler talk. And I heard some of the people will say, oh man, yeah. And these is brothers that you would think maybe would be more on the sense of like, hey man, you know, that was kind of crazy about Will Smith. But they jumped on the side of Jada so fast, like, hey man, he's protecting his woman. He's protecting his woman. You know, I'm like, how? How is that? You know, that's his friend. Y'all did movies together. You know what I'm saying? He knows your wife. You know, this is a joke. But I'm with Kevin. I'm like, hey, you know what? G.I. Jane too could be a thing. And, you know, old girl ain't got to do it. Now we can have Jada in there. And she could get the money. And, you know, with the DEI money in Hollywood, shit, that movie probably do good. She get paid for sure. I don't know how good it do in the movies. But she get paid for sure. But it wasn't that important for that chaos. What was more important to her was giving him that evil eye, like, you better go up there. And he didn't have to do it. You know, like he said, you know, we got to put our women in check. He didn't have to. He laughed. And that's what threw me, because when I went back and looked at the footage, I was like, hold up. You know, he laughed at that like a friendly joke. And then when she gave him that look, he just walks up there and slaps the man. I thought it was a satire. I thought we were watching Saturday Night Live or something. I don't know if I could ever forgive that, brother. I'm going to be honest. And I could forgive some people, like my man said. Some people can be forgiven, but is they gonna do the same thing or not? No, we don't know. That's only the future would tell. But it's on terms of forgiveness. Hey man, you can forgive, but you can never forget. And in certain things that's so heinous, I'm like, yeah, I'm with you on what you said, man. You gotta distance yourself, because that can become a very dangerous thing. Because when men have these problems, it ain't like women. Women do, you know, well, they're getting worse with women now. But men, when we had these type of problems, you know, it ain't like, you know, we forgiving and we gonna go put some money on a charity and stuff like that. No. People start getting shot.
Okay. All right. Respect your opinion. All right, guys. How much time? Well, I don't want to go beyond the other hour mark. I do respect both of y'all guys' opinion on this. And I think my question been answered. I asked the question, and the gentleman on the panel has answered the question. So we'll leave it at that. Thank you, Hustle, for coming up. And thank you, Shaq, for coming up as well. Surely appreciate it. All right.
No problem. What you think about it though, bro? Like, what on your?
I gave my answer ready. I'll say this again. In general, to the answer, I don't think men are going to be in the business of forgiving other men. There are some circumstances to forgiveness, but literally in the time we're in now, if we had to go the route of forgiveness, and a man did something that, in my opinion, was very much offensive to other men, you're going to have to pay out of pocket. You got to show some form of way of what is in regards you're going to do for forgiveness. You get me? Since you did an act that was deemed heinous amongst the group, you're going to have to pull out of pocket. That's fiat currency and some other things. But usually there has to be some form of repair money or some type of exchange for real forgiveness. Forgiveness should not be given freely, in my opinion. That's just me. So
I agree totally on that. You know, like yeah, it can't be freely. And if someone has gone to that moment to where we even speaking on forgiveness, then they've done something so heinous to where it warrants some forgiveness on that end. If you even want to continue on being, you know, in the same type of room with this person, because, you know, person spit in your face. Well, I'm from, and I'm sure y'all brothers the same way. Them ain't no forgiveness coming after that. Them is fighting words. They ain't no other way about it.
Yeah.
Correct.
Yeah. All right, guys. I got end this. Thank you for coming up. Appreciate it.
Not a problem, Chaos. Not a problem.
All right, guys.
Yeah, no problem, bro. Appreciate you, man. Shit, letting me up, man.
All right. Appreciate it. Thank you. Appreciate it. Yes. All right, guys. And one last thing. I have to do this. Got to play this. I have to play this.
My money. I told you.
Where is my money?
Benny. Bring me everyone.
I need my money. I need my money.
What do you mean everyone?
And please, guys, support the channel. Hit the Cash App Super Chat. That's pretty much it. The links to follow me are the following. You can follow me on Twitter at ChaosReign7. You can also add me as a friend on Facebook, Eric Green on Facebook. Join my Discord service. And please follow my page on Rumble. Where's the link to Rumble? This is the Rumble handler. I got some videos right now. I probably will upload another video sometime this week. And what else? I forgot. Last but not least, become a member of the Chaos Reign Show as well. Membership has its perks, so please become a member for all videos. And even the extreme videos that's on the top tier membership as well. Looking forward to hearing from you for the replay game and from the comment section of this one. And like I said, this is an important question, and I'm not sure how much attention this video will get. Maybe not much, and I don't want to doubt myself, but let's be honest. Most time when we watch Mr. Samuels or The Godfather, it's usually him going in on a black chick or the lovely ladies. But I think today, or the stream in particular, we take a different approach, and we got to ask the real important question, regardless if it don't seem intriguing or not. So you be the judge. Leave your comments at the end of this video. Like, comment, and subscribe to the channel. And till next time, the Chaos Reign.